just remember the pre-drywall inspections, not only the interior trusses, electrical, plumbing, mechanical parts, framing, it's also the exterior masonry areas. We see tons of issues with the mortar joints, actually preparing for stucco. Here we can see that there's some Protecto wrap. This is suspicious. This makes us look and see, do a little investigation. Let's see what's under it. So when we peel this up, we can see that there's a gaping hole about 2 inches deep, about 1.5 inches tall, that apparently they're just going to stucco right over this. This is going to be a significant point of water infiltration over time. This needs to be patched with a mortar cement product to fill that hole first, and then they can stucco over it. So make sure that you're checking these areas and writing them up appropriately. Okay, we're here with a opportunity to look at a stucco installation on a concrete block wall masonry construction. They put on one coat of stucco throughout the entire wall, and they're going to be going back and putting on a decorative finish to this. One of the things that's concerning, and one of the problems with our stucco industry in Florida, is the fact that this stucco coating has essentially set up. It's dry to the touch. It doesn't have any fingerprint issues. We should be able to touch this and leave some fingerprints, and that tells us that it's still moist, it's a little bit pliable, and there's going to be a chemical bond when we put that other coating on it. So unless this stuff is prepped with some moisture, it's going to dry out so fast that this next layer is not going to actually bond to the first layer appropriately, because it dries out and the moisture leaves too quick. So that's some of the issues with stucco. It's just already dried out and cured because it's so hot in Florida. And then we're going to put another piece. It's not a scratch coat. All it is a first coat and a decorative finish. And you can see that it's already set up. So that can be an issue over time with all the rampant stucco cracks that we have in Florida. This is a exterior penetration that was prepped first off with the peel and stick flashing, and now they put wire over it to allow this stucco to bond to the masonry and help keep this area watertight and not have a moisture infiltration problem.
This is the penetration prior to the application of wire lath.
On the exterior of the block, you want to make sure that you're looking for all these clean out locations where these cells are filled with concrete all the way up. This is questionable here because we have a block joint. Okay, so we've got two end joints right here, and that's going up every one. So the question is this fill celled or is this fill celled? We can't fill the center of it because of the block joints right here. Okay, so we want to use a thermal camera to verify that one of these or both of these are filled up with concrete all the way full height. You can see right here on the house that's next to it, there's rebar out of the footing. There's an additional piece behind there that's wire tied together that goes up to the bond beam on the top. So you can see that this cell is going to be filled from this end joint to the middle web, end joint to middle web. So this is going to be a filled cell all the way up in this section of block. Okay. Now what we pointed out on the other side of the house right next to it, we've got two end joints of the block right here where this clean out was. So that could be problematic. So we want to make sure that we can usually use a thermal camera and verify that one or the other of these cells got filled up with concrete.